Hello, good afternoon, dobar dan, dobrodošli u novu video lekciju. Učimo engleski, danas bavimo se malo vokabularom, možda malo težim rečima, dakle B1 nivo sa primjerima, budite pažljivi, pay attention, obratite pažnju, krećemo odmah. Prva reč je thrilled, I'm thrilled, oduševljen sam, I'm thrilled. My wife was thrilled to entertain our guest. So my wife really liked our guest and she was thrilled to entertain him. Znači, bila je oduševljena što će ga zabaviti. My wife was thrilled to entertain our guest. So I'm thrilled, it means I'm super excited and I'm happy. I'm thrilled or delighted. Also, I'm delighted to see you and I'm thrilled to have this opportunity to entertain you. Okay, so thrilled, delighted, super excited, super happy. Number 2, to approve or to disapprove. So his parents totally approve of his behavior. Dakle, his parents totally approve of his behavior. It means njegovi roditelji se apsolutno odobravaju njegovo ponašanje. So they think that what he is doing is okay. They approve of it. They approve of his behavior. A drugi primjer je I don't think Tom would approve. I don't think Tom would approve. So ako je neko dao neki predlog da se nešto radi, for example, let's go and have a picnic tomorrow. I don't think Tom would approve of that. I think he wants to stay at home and study, so I don't think he would approve of us going outside and wasting our time. We should study. So I don't think Tom would approve, or we can say, I think he will disapprove. Znači, neće se složiti. He will disapprove. E sad, number 3 and number 4 su imenice od approve and disapprove, approval and disapproval. And let's read the examples. You should not have done that without my approval. We need an exclamation mark here at the end. Treba nam uzvičnik. You shouldn't have done that without my approval. I don't know if you can see that. This maybe it's too small. Okay. So, you shouldn't have done that without my approval. Nije trebalo to da uradiš bez mog odobrenja. I obratite pažnju i na konstrukciju. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. Nije trebalo to da uradiš without my approval. Ili broj 2. My approval wasn't asked, but I thought that a marriage was unwise. Ja rekao, fancy način da kažemo niko me nije ni pitao. My approval wasn't asked. So nobody asked me for my opinion. Nobody cared about my opinion about this marriage, but I thought that the marriage was unwise. Znači nisu tražili moje odobrenje, ali sam ja mislio da taj brak nije baš neka mudra stvar. So it wasn't wise for them to get married. It was unwise. But they got married either way because my approval wasn't asked. Nobody asked me. Niko me nije ni pitao. And disapproval, he drew a deep breath and prepared to meet the dislike and disapproval, which he was certain of finding inside. He drew a deep breath, or he took a deep breath. Dakle, uzeo, duboko udahnuo. And he prepared himself, pripremio se to meet dislike and disapproval. Znači da se susretne sa nevoljenjem i sa neodobravanjem, which he was certain of finding inside. A njih je bio siguran da će naći inside. Sad, na što se misli inside? Probably inside the room. So he was out of the house, and then he just drew a deep breath, he took a deep breath, and he prepared himself to meet his friends or his family, but also to meet the dislike and disapproval, which he was certain of finding inside. So disapproval. To strain. strain. Sometimes I have to strain my eyes to see when I don't have glasses. For example, now I'm straining my eyes, I'm squinting. To squint je kad škiljiš. So I'm squinting, I'm straining my eyes. So don't strain your eyes trying to read in the dark, and don't strain your eyes, just put on your glasses. So ne napreži oči, don't strain your eyes trying to read in the dark. You seem to be crying. I laughed, and taking out a handkerchief, I quickly wiped my face. I'm sorry, sir, the strains of a hard day. This is from a book that I really like. Somebody told him, you seem to be crying. Izgledaš kao da plačeš, you seem to be crying. And I just laughed. And I took out a handkerchief, znači nasmijao se dok je vadio maramicu, and wiped his face, i obrisao lice. I'm sorry, these are not tears, these are just the strains of a hard day. Dakle, sve to zbog napora, nisu suze, it's just the strains of a hard day. For a second, Miss Kenton looked confused, and then she turned towards me, and a certain strain was visible in her face. Dakle, ona je izgledala zbunjeno i onda se okrenula prema meni i strain was visible. Znači, lice je bilo onako zategnuto, napregnuto. The certain strain was visible in her face. Muscles, mišići, muscle. He strained his muscles. Znači, možemo da napregnemo mišiće. He strained his muscles because he knew that it was necessary for his recovery. Znači, napregnuo je mišiće jer je znao da je to necessary, neophodno for his recovery, za oporavak. He strained his muscles because he knew that it was necessary for his recovery. Consent, odobravanje. Silence implies consent. Ćutanje je znak da se slažeš. Silence, tišina, to imply, nagoveštava, consent, odobravanje. Silence implies consent. Crush. He crushed the glass with his foot. You can crush something. I don't know what else you can crush. Some fruit or something. Znači zdrobiti. Also, to have a crush, imati simpatiju, to have a crush. Crash, sudar, crash. When something crashes, it falls or hits something else with a loud noise. Znači, kad se nešto sudari, it hits something ili falls over something, znači padne na nešto ili udari nešto with a loud noise. They could hear waves crashing onto the rocks below. Mogli su da čuju talase kako udaraju u stene ispod. They could hear waves crashing onto the rocks. They told us that the coal had crashed down on you. Okay, we don't need this. Idemo dalje. Crash smo naučili. Grease. Zato što su ovdje neki primjeri iz nekih knjiga koje sam ja vadila, nisu nam se baš mnogo interesanti. To grease, podmazati, kad je nešto greasy, je masno. The food was heavy and greasy. Znači, teška masna hrana. The food was heavy and greasy. Her hair was greasy. Mine is not because I've just washed it. Ali her hair was greasy and she had a pimple on her nose. Oh my god, where is it from? Kosa je bila masna, imala je bubuljicu na nosu. Her hair was greasy and she had a pimple, bubuljica on her nose. Every now and again, we have to grease our cars if we want them to run properly. Dakle, mora da se promeni ulje, ovdje se misli na to. Znači, mi moramo da stavimo ulje, promenimo ulje u našem autu ako hoćemo da auto radi properly, onako kako treba, properly, ispravno kako treba. Smudge, umrljati, recimo nešto napišete pa se onako... someone had smudged the paper with their greasy hands. So when you have greasy hands od bureka i onda pipate papir and then you smudge it. So neko umrljao papir masnim rukama. costs much. Undertake, preduzeti. It's an expedition which I will undertake alone. It's a trip that I will undertake alone. Dakle, to je nešto što ću ja sam preduzeti, što ću sam uraditi. To je jedna ekspedicija, jedno putovanje, which I will undertake alone. Znači, to undertake something. To contemplate. He contemplated, fancy reč za razmišljati. He contemplated the meaning of the poem for a long time. So he was thinking of the meaning of the poem for a long time. Dakle, kontemplirao je, razmišljao je o značenju te pesme. I go to the park every day to sit and meditate or contemplate. You can meditate and contemplate. Or I don't know, if you meditate, then you don't think about anything. I don't know how to meditate. So I go to the park every day to sit and to contemplate, to think about my life, my job, my plans. Contemplate. To run out of something znači ostati bez nečega, vrlo često se čuje. We have run out of coffee, we run out of luck, run out of money. So if you, umjesto da kažemo we don't have any bread, we can say we have run out of bread. I don't often run out of bread, but I often run out of money. How about you? Hleba imam, ali novca mi često nedostane. So I often run out of money. Često mi ponestane novca. I often run out of money. That's outrageous. To je nečuveno, to je sramno. That's outrageous. I must apologize for his outrageous behavior. Znači, ja se moram izviniti zbog njegovog nečuvenog, sramnog, strašnog ponašanja. I must apologize for his outrageous behavior. Outrageous. Amount, iznos, količina, amount. You would always prefer more to less for the same amount of time and effort. Do you understand this one? You would always prefer more to less for the same amount of time and effort. Znači, to prefer something to something je više voliti nešto. So, I prefer coffee to tea. Kažete, znači, više volim kafu nego čaj. I prefer coffee to tea. Or I prefer tea to coffee. So, you would always prefer more to less. Dakle, uvek bi više želeli, preferirali biste više nego manje, ali za same amount of time and effort, ali za istu količinu vremena i truda. Znači, hoćemo da imamo više, a ne manje, ali da istu količinu vremena i truda utrošimo kao i za ovo manje. So you would always prefer more to less for the same amount of time and effort. The amount of time you spend practicing is up to you. So everything is up to you. Sve je na tebi. It's up to you. To je na tebi. How much time should I practice? Well, the amount of time you spend practicing is up to you. Količina vremena koju provedeš vežbajući je na tebi. That's up to you. You have to decide. I can't decide. You have to decide. It's up to you. At first, in the beginning. On mi je pala na pamet pesma Survive. At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong. And I learned how to get along. Naučite tu pesmu na pamet, super su reči. So, it was hard for him to do all the housework by himself at first. Znači, na početku, at first it was hard for him to do the housework by himself. He ignored the questions at first, but then he gave an answer. He ignored the question at first, but then, znači prvo ignorisao, but then he gave an answer. At first, Paul was only aware that something was wrong with her without knowing exactly what. Znači, na početku on je bio svestan toga da nešto sa njom nije u redu, ali nije znao tačno šta. At first, he was only aware that something was wrong with her without knowing exactly what. So, at first ili in the beginning. The beginning je početak. Accidentally, by chance, znači slučajno. I think I accidentally saw something at the office that I was not supposed to see. Mislim da sam slučajno vidio u kancelariji nešto što nije trebalo da vidim. I think I accidentally saw something at the office that I wasn't supposed to see. Nije trebalo. I wasn't supposed to. But I saw it accidentally. Or by chance, također slučajno. Sad imamo i izraz by any chance. Do you by any chance know where I can buy fresh bread late in the evening? Možda. By any chance. Umjesto izraza by any chance, of course you can use maybe. A umjesto no chance, nema šanse, možemo koristiti no way. No chance, no way, nema šanse. By any chance, maybe. Do you by any chance have some money to give me? By any chance, možda. And chance. Znači, by chance or accidentally je slučajno, a intention, odnosno intentionally bi bilo namjerno. Intention je namjera. I was explaining to you my intentions. Objašnjavao sam ti namjere for the future. I was explaining to you my intentions for the future. It was his firm intention, čvrsta namjerno da uradi to. It was his firm intention to do this. Sorry, it wasn't my intention. I didn't do it intentionally. Nisam to namjerno uradio. And okay, that's it for today. See you next time. Bye.